Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
This is Shayna Baszler, and you're watching Going In Raw.
This is the knockout artist, Cassius Ohno, and you're Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here, youtube.com/Steve and Larson, and available wherever podcasts can be found. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the little notify bell next to it, and then click on all to make sure you get all of your Going In Raw notifications.
All.
We're also on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. We have a variety of reward tiers over there. At $5 a week, I'm sorry, a month. $5 a week, you get to be on Match Chat. $5 a month, you get 5 bonus episodes of Going In Raw every single week. Yesterday, we did, well, it wasn't a bonus episode, but it's going live on Saturday. Interdimension Tension 2.
Yes, well, there were some dark matches that were bonus episode.
The kickoff show is going to be bonus episode content, and then we announced during the show that we're going to do some sort of stripped down We Book Raw, WCW fun wrestling
stuff,
all in one universe.
You know, the streams for some reason is unlisted.
I don't know why that would have been.
I don't know why that would have been either.
That's
public
weird.
now.
Well,
I already
that's
did
good.
it.
All right. Anyways.
Wonder why no one was here.
Yeah, that is odd. Well, what are you going to do? So anyways, yeah, that's good stuff. So yeah, that's going to be on the Patreon and YouTube channel memberships as well.
Yes.
We've had some cool bonus content this week. Beyond that, we booked WrestleMania earlier in the week. Talked a little bit about, of course, Kobe Bryant.
On Ask Stephen Larson.
Yeah. So good stuff. And today
we won Wednesday.
Today we got
who won Wednesday? Not
we won. We definitely won.
Everybody won Wednesday when the wrestling content's this good.
A couple new patrons: Shane Hefke and Joe Ivory. Oh, also Emo Boy. So thank you very much for your support. We definitely appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then, of course, a huge update on the missing.
Oh, Christ.
Big Red.
Who's this eyewitness that gave this their testimony for this police sketch to happen?
You know as much as I do, man. Did you recognize that?
Yeah, you drew a picture of me.
You know how cops are. They can't comment on an open investigation. A picture of what? Hold on, back up. What?
It's a picture of me.
No. Ooh, that came close to the camera, pal.
So anyways, move on. I don't want to talk about that anymore.
If I was going to let them know, if they want further updates.
You want belts? Here, take my belt.
Go to our
Take this belt.
Instagram.
Have all the belts. I don't care anymore.
Are you going to give me 10 lashings?
It depends on how much further you go with this. Just take all the damn belts.
Are you fat shaming me? You know I can't wear this belt. That is highly offensive.
I don't care. Take all the belts. I don't care anymore.
This belt.
Don't put it on the floor.
What do you want me to do with it? I can't wear it. Oh, man. I had a delicious breakfast this morning. Definitely can't wear that. Anyways, Instagram.com/Steve and Larson. We'll get to the bottom of this. I think that there's real hot heat on whoever stole this now, Larson.
Oh, so sick of this.
Anyways, what are we talking about today? NXT?
I don't know.
We're talking about NXT?
Sure.
Yeah, it was good stuff. NXT never delivers a bad show. Although, good Lord, I'm pretty sure Donovan Dijakovic broke his neck on that reverse Rana, because holy crap.
Well, he did moves afterwards, so he was moving, so he didn't.
Yeah, he was really holding this right here.
That's your trapezius.
Yeah, quite a bit. Man, that dude should not be doing that move. But no, I thought it was a fun episode, man. I was happy to see Trent Seven. I had not seen that little exclusive video.
Oh yeah, it was on Twitter yesterday.
Of Prince Devitt basically, choking out Trent Seven with a car.
Yeah,
that was cool.
That was cool.
Matt Riddle is just amazing.
He's the best.
And
Shotzi Blackheart has a tank.
She has a tank.
That's cool.
That's great. I love when you take something you're doing on the indies that really gets over. Just bring it over to NXT.
Did she have a tank in the indies? Okay. Couldn't remember.
And then, the North American title stuff is just it's a clown show, but it was a really good match.
That match was great.
The match was fantastic. But Damien Priest and Dominic Dijakovic are just the goofiest promos. They're so goofy. Go ahead. What?
Did I hear that right? What Damien Priest says, when I want something, I take it like a group of women?
Yeah, and even Keith Lee's reactions were hilarious.
Yeah, but that...
Because they mirrored ours as well.
It's like,
Well, I don't think he's talking about sex trafficking. I think he's talking about, he rolls deep when it comes to his,
There's a better way of putting it then.
it was fine. I thought it was fine. It took me aback, and obviously you make those parallels, but I don't know. He rolls with a bunch of girls who I think they have just a free will and open relationship with. And evidently he saw them, was able to charm them with his vampire ways.
That's different than if I want something, I take it.
Well, it's another way of saying the same thing. He wanted the group of women. He went over there, charmed them, and metaphorically took them.
It was just a weird way of putting it.
Yeah, it was. A lot of what he said was really weird, though.
Yeah.
And then David Puddico. So that whole bit like really cracked me up. I thought the contract signing was great.
That was really good.
Tegan Nox, Dakota Kai.
That was good.
I thought was really good.
They were really selling for each other.
Yeah. So and then of course the main event was spectacular. So yeah, I thought it was good stuff. Man.
Yeah, it was a fun show.
It started out though with
commentaries on screen and Beth is man, she's got heat with Randall Orton.
Well, yeah,
and she's like, hey, we had a really good weekend except for Randall Orton, that a-hole.
Mm-hmm.
I should be home. I wish I was home helping my husband recover.
Yeah.
However, Adam told me to go to work because,
Adam
as she put
told
it,
me.
That's what professionals do.
Yeah.
As in to insinuate that Randy Orton was not being a professional.
Yeah, she was.
That was really good.
Not happy. I thought that was really good. She said, "So let's do this." And then they kicked off with Trent Seven. I'm always happy to see him, and Finn Balor, who Trent Seven number one. He was selling his throat, and I was like, "Did something happen over the weekend?" I was unaware of, and sure enough, they ran the video of after it was post Worlds Collide.
It was yesterday. It was Tuesday.
Yeah, and they were doing an interview with Trent Seven, and Finn Balor comes out of nowhere. They're in the parking lot, and he was sort of about to get in his car, and Finn Balor comes out of nowhere and rams the car, so his neck is in the between the door and the door jam.
Yeah. He's choking him with the top of the door.
Yeah, and he's like, "Hey, you and your little buddy need to mind your own business."
First he says, "How are you, mate? How are you, mate?" As he's choking him. And he goes, "Yeah, you don't get my business. This is what happened to get my business. I'll leave you laying like I left Johnny. Mm-hmm. I work Wednesdays.
I'll see you down the line." Yeah.
Essentially, you know where to find me.
That was rad. That was so good. So that was good stuff. And then, we had the match, and poor Trent Seven. He comes out, his throat's still bugging him. And that was the story of the match. But before he even is able to get in the ring, he's doing his thing where he's doing the slow roll. He sort of pauses for a second.
Well, he's doing his mustache mountain little hand sign to the crowd.
Yeah, right. And then Finn Balor just gives him the nastiest drop kick, or the basement drop kick, whatever, off the apron, and he just goes flying.
Yeah, like a
it was
sack
sad.
of rocks.
It was very sad. Poor Trent Seven. And then from then on out, I mean, Trent got in some offense. He hit a 7-star lariat at one point. But by and large, this was all Finn Balor. And he was targeting, of course, his throat.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there was some good chops in here though. Finn Balor's
his chest was all hamburgered up.
It was a mess afterwards.
Yeah, the finishing sequence. Trent knocks Finn off the apron, hits a suicide dive, tosses Finn back in the ring. He goes up top, and then Finn knocks him off, and that was a nasty spill for Trent. Looked like he about landed on his head there. And then Finn follows up with shotgun dropkick, coup de grace, 1916 for the W.
Yeah, and then he looks into the camera. And I love when they do that. I like when it's he's not necessarily mic'd, but there's a mic on the camera that picks him up, and he just talks some crap to John Gargano. So I don't miss.
Yeah.
Next,
Broserweight's interview. Matt Riddle says, hey, I look over at my friend here, Peter Dune, and I can see the love and care in his eyes. And, of course, his expression is unchanged. Dunn says, this is essentially redemption for him. Last time he was in the Dusty Classic in the finals, he was betrayed by Roderick Strong, who joined Undisputed Era. And he says, this time, I'm not walking out of here without that trophy. And Riddle says, yeah, when they win, everybody's going to see that Pete here is the life of the party.
Yeah, and expression unchanged.
Yeah.
After that, we had a Tegan Nox, Dakota Kai video package, followed by Shotzi Blackheart rolling out in a little go-kart tank, complete with cannon.
Yeah, it was great.
It's a very tank girl type thing with her, and I think she's absolutely wonderfully designed. It's so great.
Yeah.
She was taking on math wizard Deanna Perazzo.
No, the Virtuosa.
Well, I looked at her Tron. It was all math equations and shit. like her video Tron. It's literally all the math equations from that one GIF of that one lady in that thing. And I was like, okay,
that doesn't make sense.
She's a math wizard.
I mean, if they're using the virtuoso thing, it should be
music, right? That's what I would think it is. It was all math equations. I know because I watched it twice. At first, I was like, who's math based? And then Deonna Purrazzo shows up. And then, I don't know, something happened. Somebody was bugging me in my family, so I rewound it. And no, because I missed the tank.
Yeah.
And then I saw it on Twitter. It's like, whoa, what's this tank? And then I went back and watched the tank, and I saw, I was like, it's just a bunch of math
If she'd have a math gimmick, it should be like the denominator or something like that.
Oh, that's a good one. The denominator.
Denominator.
Yeah,
it's like
good.
Dominator, but also it's a math reference.
Yeah. The LCD is the finisher. Lowest common denominator.
Oh,
yeah. And then you drop them down somehow. I don't know.
Well, she uses the Fujiwara armbar.
Well, this is a different character we're talking about now.
Well, I mean, she can still use the same move, just name it something math-based.
Oh, okay, sure. Go ahead.
I'll have to think about that.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I was trying to think of some calculus reference, but I took calculus in high school.
32%, baby, 32%.
I got an A, so I should remember the stuff, but that was also 20-plus years ago.
Yeah,
so.
true. Anyways, fun match. But obviously...
They got high hopes for Shotzi.
They do, yeah.
So she signed, like a month ago? Or they announced her like a month ago. And she's eliminated Shayna Baszler from Battle Royal.
Yeah.
Granted, lost to her the following week. But
she had a really good performance.
Good performance.
Yeah.
And then beats Deonna Purrazzo.
Gutsy.
Good stuff.
Gutsy performance.
Yeah, she hits the top rope senton for the W.
Yeah.
Got back in her tank. Tank's pretty cool.
The tank is cool.
It's really cool.
Is it motorized or is she using her feet there?
I'm guessing it's motorized.
Okay.
It's not Flintstones powered, no.
You never know.
Because if she were, it wouldn't be such a smooth ride. It's slow, but it's smooth.
Kind of like the idea of her doing this.
So that's the thing. It'd be like kind of herky-jerky going down there. And like the way it's so small, she'd have to have her like knees against her chest basically and trying to move it that way.
Well, here's the thing. Like it's a ramp, so conceivably it's gravity and momentum
Well,
would
that's
take
just
it.
while you're going down the ramp.
But then you go back up, and then you just get tired of it. You stand up, and it's just legs in a tank around your waist.
You just get to get out and you have to push it up. And that kind of ruins the entire illusion of the whole thing.
You just pick it up and walk up the ramp.
There you go, yeah. There you go. Next, Keith Lee comes out, drops a promo, called himself the Prophecy Ender. He references his promo like several weeks ago where he goes to Undisputed Era and he's like, I'm going to stand here to decide which one of your titles I'm going to take first. And I was hoping he would say, here's one.
Yeah, I got 3
I
left.
got another shoulder here.
Yeah.
I can put another belt on. So I'm going to do that next. Maybe he was about to say that.
Is it no? Not to
what's
get you
next
off.
on my agenda?
When he walks down with that North American title,
Yeah.
he already seems above the North American title. He carries himself that way. It already comes off like, this title is good, but it's not. It doesn't feel like it should be on him. It really does feel like it should be on either Damien Priest or Dijak.
Dijakovic.
Yeah.
But he said, well, I'm here to tell you what's next on my agenda. And apparently next on his agenda was being interrupted by Damien Priest.
Yes.
Who says he always gets what he wants and lists several things, some of which
I steal women.
really poorly worded.
I take them. I take women and prized possessions, including that. I want that there.
Yeah, I want that North American title. So
Did they not explain him how to hold the microphone properly?
that's maybe just how he does it.
Who just gets up there and wins an award? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, he's doing this.
Here's the thing.
Xavier Woods kind of holds it like that.
He holds it, yeah, but he does it smooth. He does it like he sort of holds it like a goblet in his hand, and it's very smooth.
Yeah.
Damien Priest looked like he was doing it. Was really weird.
He was like Mr. Kennedy.
It was really weird.
So he says, I want that North American title. I want to know, Keith, how you're going to give it to me. Like he just wants him to hand it over.
Yeah, I really felt like there was going to be a punctuating the easy way or the hard way. That's where you go from there. Which way are you going to? Because he said that. Which way are you going to give it to me?
The easy way or the hard way.
But he didn't. He just left it there.
Well, then Dijakovic came down.
Are you going to put it up for auction?
I know.
Or are you going to put it on sale at your garage sale?
Can we have a draw for it?
Can we barter for it? I will give you one of my women, and you will give me that.
Wow.
Would you like a donut for it?
No, I probably shouldn't. Thank you. Dijakovic comes out and he says, you and me, Keith, we've been through some serious battles, and anyone deserves that title. It's you. But I want title shot. And anybody deserves a title shot. It certainly isn't bootleg Marilyn Manson over here.
That was good.
That was a good line. Priest takes offense. He gets in Dijakovic's face. Keith Lee's like, all right, you guys can debate this amongst yourselves. I'm out of here.
You want to do this now? Yeah, let's do it now.
Yeah, let's do it now.
Okay,
let's fight.
All right, let's fight then.
And then Dijak grabs Lee by the shoulder, turns him around, and then Priest steps up to Dijak again. So Keith Lee gets out of there, and then Priest drops Dijak with an elbow. Ref ready for a match comes out.
Yeah.
Match happens now.
Yeah.
And it was a banger.
Yeah, man. Holy crap. Morrow got it right, man. Keith Lee and Dijak really sort of reinventing what big men can do in the ring. And Damien Priest is kind of
no slouch, man.
He's in the same ilk, man. He's just terrific. All the stuff that he can do. And I never not trip out when he does the tope thing.
Oh, the step up tope.
Oh man, I love that.
That's something else.
It's so great.
So Dijak starts hot until Priest drops him on the apron with a razor's edge. Wasn't expecting that to happen so early in a match.
Yeah.
Go to commercial. We come back. Priest hits a bunch of strikes. Flatliner gets 2. Dijak goes for Feast Your Eyes, and Priest caught the knee on the way up. Dijak hits a choke bomb anyways, gets a 2. Priest rolls the outside, and then Dijak hits him with the Asai moonsault. Tosses him back in, tries another springboard. Priest grabs him while he's on the rope, choke slams the heck out of him. Gets a 2. Dijak rolls outside. That's when Priest hits the step up tope. They go back in the ring, and they both hit cyclone kicks on each other at the same time.
Yeah.
They're both down, selling. Priest goes to the top rope. Dijak super kicks him, puts Priest in fireman carry. Priest escapes that, hits that poison run off the top.
Dijak, yeah, he basically landed on his head.
Yeah, but he's kicked out, so he must be all right.
Yeah.
Priest goes for the reckoning. Dijak escapes, pushes Priest in the corner, follows with Feast Your Eyes for the W.
Yeah.
So it was pretty crazy. There's a lot packed in about 7 minutes.
Yeah, glad to see that he didn't.
And it was all good.
Kill himself because man, it was just like there's only. I mean, the big men can be very athletic, and I appreciate that. But there are some things that I don't know. Maybe you should just leave to luchadors. I mean, him and Keith Lee have done that stuff plenty of times.
Well, I mean, I guess the issue when you got someone who's 6'7" doing that is making the full rotation, just given your length, and giving the opportunity to tuck your chin and make sure you're landing on, like the top of your shoulders as opposed to the top of your head.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, it's not so much whether they're athletic enough, because I think they both are. I think it would just be an issue of just in terms of the mathematics. Going back to Deanna Perazzo's video package, mathematics of giving yourself enough time or enough speed on that rotation to land it correctly.
After that, we had grizzled young veterans warming up backstage, followed by a Tommaso Ciampa interview. They were sort of like a little storage room or something, and this was a Kathy Kelly was like, Regal is going to announce his Adam Cole's next title defense for Portland Takeover. You think it's going to be you? And he's like, I'm going to make sure it is. Goldie's coming home. He has this pipe with him, and he bangs it against
something metal.
Yeah, something metal. Made a very loud noise.
Go to commercial, we come back, and he has used said pipe to lay out the entirety, 3/4 of Undisputed Era.
I mean, evidently he killed Bobby Fish because they went back to that shot at least 3 times in the span of 5 minutes, maybe like 3 minutes, and he didn't move at all. Again, it sort of goes back to like, man, should these guys be out that long without like emergency personnel rushing to them?
I know.
But that's just part of the conventions.
Yeah. So he makes his way into the Full Sail Arena, drops a pipe, walks through kind of the bowels of the venue, grabs a table and brings it down the ring. He sets it up. He has some yellow spray paint in his pocket, paints an X on it, grabs a mic, and calls out Cole. And Cole, we see on the Tron the fallout from the beatdown, and Cole's there looking after his Undisputed Era cohorts.
Yeah.
He grabs the mic, he comes out, and Cole essentially does, "Who do you think you are? Stop being a jerk." Ciampa says, "All right, this is what's going to happen. You're going to come down this ring. I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to powerbomb you through this table. X marks the spot. And then I'm going to sign a contract to get my title match at Portland." Out runs William Regal.
Hold on. I was just talking with Adam Cole in my office, and he's agreed to face anybody at Portland Takeover.
Yeah, the contract is already signed.
He's
Adam
already
Cole
signed the
doesn't care.
contract.
And then Cole grabs the contract from Regal and says, "No, I'm going to take care of this." he walks down the ring and just gives Ciampa the business, saying, "This is my NXT. I make the rules. I decide who I fight, when I fight." And he gets on the apron,
Bops him on the head.
Yeah, bops him on the head with his microphone. Tries to hit him with. Oh, sorry. Cole gets in after popping Ciampa on the head. Tries to hit him with the title. Ciampa evades that. Kicks him a couple times. Power bombs him through the table. Gets the contract, signs it, and I guess the pop on the head from the mic busted him open a little bit, so he takes a bunch of blood and wipes it on the contract.
At the direction of the crowd too. That's what was great about it, is that you got that little Full Sail thing, and you can really respond to what the crowd is asking of you if you want. And so he was looking. He looked around for a pin, and somebody at ringside had it, and he grabs it, and the crowd just started chanting "In your blood, or something like, or use your blood. And so he was like, "Oh, okay." He throws the pin, does this, does that, and he holds it up. You can see in the thumbnail here.
He made his mark.
It was very old timey. Number one, he just wanted to use the X for the mark. It was very old timey, and then he was just like, "I'll use blood." It was very effective.
I thought
cool.
It was well done. He grabs a belt and he hugs it over Adam Cole. He's still selling the power.
And it's like there's blood dripping all over the belt.
Too. I know.
It was terrific. I hope they keep that on there.
Oh yeah, just dried, crusted blood.
Yeah,
on the
that'd be great. That'd be awesome.
Until Portland. Next, Tegan Nox versus Dakota Kai. This was brutal. It was short.
What'd you think of the Open when Dakota Kai rolled footage?
See, when she first came out following that was her Tron, but I don't remember them. But it was edited, I thought. This was more or less just the full beatdown, more or less unedited. It was just in black and white.
Well, they kept on. Yeah, I don't know. I thought they just sort of kept on replaying aspects of it, that it was somewhat edited, but I could be wrong because it was a fairly lengthy beatdown.
Yeah.
There might have been spots that were repetitious.
I just kind of remember like when they rolled it the first time, it was relatively chopped up. And this, like, I think it seemed like they took the shots from Takeover of just the beatdown, no reactions from back in, because it's during the War Games match, back in the ring, whatever.
Yeah. They just did like beatdown stuff.
Yeah.
And then Dakota Kai comes out. Her music starts while it's still playing. She comes out, sort of looks back at the memories, and then proceeds to go down.
Yeah. So Tegan Nox comes to the ring with a knee brace, and as Dakota Kai's getting in the ring, she throws knee brace at her. Starts throwing a bunch of hands, punches her into the corner. Kai turns the tables, hits the face wash kick, runs to the opposite corner, and then Tegan just takes her out with a cannonball. It was pretty great. They start brawling to the crowd, around, back into the ring, towards the ring. Tegan rolls in to break the count, and when she rolls back out, Dakota Kai just kicks the heck out of her in the head. Like, they just felt like they were working stiffer, really selling, get over the aggressiveness.
Yeah.
And I thought it was great.
The freaking shot to the face with the brace was amazing. That was so awesome.
Well, I thought just when Tegan pushed Dakota Kai in the ring post, it looked like Dakota Kai wrapped her face around that ring post.
Dude, not even that, but when they were brawling on the outside and it was probably just her hands.
Yeah.
But holy crap, that made an impact. That was awesome. I honestly thought she was going to come up with blood.
Yeah.
From that.
Yeah.
And I thought that would have been a great visual. But no, I think you're right. I think they just, hey, this is all out war right now. Really hoping this goes to Takeover, given the way it ended.
It's got to. So Dakota Kai, Dakota Kai at one point before the ring post bit grabs a chair, knocks it away from her, and then pushes the ring steps. Tegan then picks up the chair, and ref's like, "No, put it down. You're gonna be disqualified." So back in the ring, Dakota Kai grabs a knee brace, takes a swing at Tegan Nox. She misses. Nox hits a German suplex, and then she tosses Dakota Kai from the ring. She goes for a suicide dive. Dakota Kai hits her with a forearm, so Tegan's just kind of draped over the middle rope. So Dakota goes and gets the chair. Candice LeRae comes out. She's everybody's best friend.
Yes. Yeah.
She grabs the chair from Dakota Kai, and ref is kind of distracted with Candice while Dakota gets back in the ring. And then, Nox grabs the knee brace, smacks Dakota in the face with it.
It's funny because you could tell like she was loading up, and she wanted to make sure she wasn't actually going to mess her up. But the actual swing and connection when it hit her face was so it was so dead on.
Great.
It was great. It was such a great visual, and Dakota Kai just falls to the ground. Great. Yeah.
And then Nox follows with the shiniest wizard to get the win.
Yeah, it was terrific stuff. Next up, Chelsea Green versus Kayden Carter. I was kind of interested in this one from the get because Chelsea Green, of course, she had a really short showing at the Rumble.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, is she going to get back on track here, which was the point of it.
Or we thought.
If we can get Robert Stone brand back on track. But then they really gave an extended entrance to Kayden Carter. It was not a jobber entrance. They really focused on her, talked about her a lot.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, how is this going to go down? And in fact, it went down, it was Chelsea Green was dominant for much of it, but she was yapping a lot too throughout most of it. And that's what ended up losing the match for.
This is what I'm thinking. And maybe I'm looking too much in this. Because Chelsea Green in the Indies and Impact, she did the hot mess thing.
Oh, yeah.
Which was great.
All right. I know what you're going with this.
And rather than just introduce her as that in NXT, maybe they're going to build to it.
That's interesting, yeah.
Where she goes on a losing streak. And just kind of, because at the end of it, she was losing her mind, screaming.
Yeah, what if she's dropped by Robert Stone Brand? That's good. That's a good idea. Apparently, during the dark segments last night, Malcolm Bivens Enterprises came out, said he was looking for talent. And Casey Catanzaro and Jesse Kamea had a match. And I forget, there was a men's match also. I forget who it was. But yeah, we got to see Malcolm Bivens apparently.
That's cool.
Want that to happen.
Man.
Can you imagine brand warfare between Robert Stone Brand and
Malcolm Bivens
Enterprises?
Lucha Vandross.
Yeah, man.
I wish he would have went with like 5 of those other names he had listed on Twitter.
God, what were some of them? They were so good.
Lucha Vandross was the best.
That was really good.
That was so good.
Lucha Vandross.
That was so good. So, yeah, Chelsea Green's on a bit of a losing streak. And then finally, that brings us to our main event, Broserweights versus Grizzled Young Veterans.
Grizzled. Honestly, the best part of this is a really fantastic match. There was a lot that was great about it. But the promo afterwards, which we'll get to in a second, Matt Riddle just says, God, I love your face. Or God, I love looking at you. I forget which one it was, but holy crap, Matt Riddle is another level, man.
He's so good.
He's so good.
He's so good. So early on, Broserweights are working over James Drake's arm. Matt Riddle's in. He avoids an O'Connor roll from Drake, puts him in the ankle lock. Drake gets out of it. Gibson's in. A lot of back and forth. And then while the ref is distracted by Matt Riddle, Grizzled Young Veterans hit a Pescado Tombstone combo ringside to kind of get the upper hand. And then Drake goes after Peter Dunne's arm some more as we go to commercial. We come back. Pete Dunne's getting hot tagged to Matt Riddle. Riddle lays out Gibson with Exploder, Broton, PK kick, deadlift German, gets 2. Matt Riddle is like, in terms of just unloading a ton of offense in a very quick amount of time and it all feels impactful, he's pretty much the best. Dude, he can get like 5 moves off in 30 seconds and you feel like this person could be done.
He's like one of the best. He's like Kenny Omega level.
Yeah, Kenny's another guy that does that.
Yeah. And they're both on the same level selling too, because Matt Riddle, man, like it's insane for a guy who outside the ring, his persona and seemingly who he is the most laid back, mellow guy. He is so intense. Like it's so intense in the ring. It's so fun to watch.
So Riddle has the upper hand for a spell. Gibson hits a jawbreaker, tags in James Drake. Drake eats a spear. Gibson takes a bro hammer. Broserweights hit a powerbomb V-trigger combo that was great. Where pretty much it was just Peter Dunne powerbombing. I can't remember which one it was, whether it was Drake or Gibson into Matt Riddle's knee. That gets him a 2 count. Oh, it was Drake. Gibson gets the tag in. Both Gibson and Drake kind of eat knees from Riddle. They shake it off, hit a dual powerbomb on Riddle, gets 2. They go on a run. Broserweights do eventually make a comeback because Riddle hits a powerbomb, V-trigger on Drake, 2 count. Riddle starts working over Drake's ribs with a bunch of sentons. Drake responds with DDT. Gibson and Dunne are in now. They're throwing hands. Dunne hits a German suplex. Hand stops. Ankle lock. James Drake tries to run to break it up. Matt Riddle intercepts him. He puts the ankle lock on. Grizzled Young Veterans, however, escape. They gain the advantage while we go to commercial. Come back. They have Pete Dunne up for a doomsday move inside the ring. He escapes that. However, he eats a huge ticket to ride from Zach Gibson. Puts him in the Shankly gates. Dunne tries to get the ropes, and this was great. James Drake has his feet against the apron for leverage, and he's pulling the rope back away from Pete Dunne so he can't get to it. That was awesome. Matt Riddle gets in there, tries to break up the hold. James Drake just hops on Matt Riddle's back. Matt Riddle gets up, spears Gibson to break up the Shankly gates. Broserweight powerbomb. This was great because there's that. Grizzled Young Veterans do a lot of stuff where one person will be on their hands and knees and then one jump off to like do a kick or something. They were set up for that. Instead, though, Drake was caught and he got powerbombed on Zach Gibson.
Yeah, it was like a pretty rough spot too.
Yeah, they hit. I guess the bitter end knee combo is called the Riddle end.
The Riddle end, yeah.
They hit that 2 count. And this spot was nasty. Pete Dunne's in an electric chair ringside on Gibson's shoulders, and James Drake hits a suicide dive.
Yeah, a lot of people stood up and freaked out because it did look like from our angle, like the camera was up high, it was like the crane. And so like it was, you could tell that he landed like with his arms bracing him, so he was okay. But basically he landed like head first.
Yeah.
But like there were some people really freaked out in the crowd because if you catch that at the wrong angle, it's like, oh crap, is he going to move now?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So
it's effectively a 2-on-1 handicap match. Riddle tries to fight off Grizzled Young Veterans. Can't. Grizzled Young Veteran hit a brainbuster 450 splash combo, gets 2. They're setting up for a ticket to Mayhem. Dunn is back in to break it up. Broserweights hit stereo bro derricks. Follows with a floating bro moonsault to the outside and hit the bro to sleep Inseguri combo to pick up the win. They're your Dusty Classic winners.
Yeah.
They'll be facing Undisputed Era at TakeOver Portland. They will probably be your next tag champions.
I would imagine so. So yeah, this is a .com exclusive. I actually saw this before I watched NXT. I watched AEW live last night. So there's this great promo if you get a chance, go check it out, where Matt Riddle talks about taking the trophy to Portland, and partying all night. So everybody knows what a party animal Pete Dunne is. And Pete Dunne's like, how do you suppose we're going to get that to Portland? And he's like, bro, where there's a will, there's a way. And he's talking, and at one point he just stops and he looks at Pete Dunne and he says, God, I love looking at you.
That's so great.
We'll watch it afterwards.
That's good.
But
it's
so freaking good. Matt Riddle is the absolute best. This is a really great team.
Yeah.
And they've got just amazing tag chemistry.
Yeah. We got a new channel member, Ashley Zarzauer.
Welcome, Ashley.
She has a statement as well, or he. My apologies. Balor versus Bate, WrestleMania weekend.
Balor versus Bate, WrestleMania
That'd be
weekend.
Cool.
Dude, are you kidding me? I would love that. Oh, man, I would love that. That might be cool. Balor's best match ever.
Joshua Martinez, Priest held the mic like B Rabbit from 8 Mile.
There you go. Oh, I got to mention this. Hold on. I'm going to put this.
He was in a rap battle.
I got to put this up on the screen here.
Oh,
we
sold more of those?
I don't know. I think we might have sold a couple so far. But
speaking of Matt Riddle, I suppose it's apropos.
Right, exactly. That's why I was going to do this. If I can, it's probably in the downloads here. No, where the hell did I go? Hold on. We got a new shirt. So I want to show the people the new shirt. Oh, there it is. All right, let's see here. Check it out. We got to get this match, man. We got to get this match going. I feel like if everybody's wearing this shirt, Beast Fears Bro, it's at our Teespring shop. The link is in the description below. Yeah. It's like teespring.com/stores/friendo-merch-club.
It's a lot going on.
I need to get a custom URL for that one, man. But, this shirt right here, good stuff.
Kyle, is there going to be a watch-along for SmackDown tomorrow? We haven't even talked about it yet. It's kind of
probably not.
Considering all the streaming we did last weekend. I
kind of prefer just watching SmackDown at home and then coming in and having some beers while we do the recap. Mm-hmm. I quite enjoy the SmackDown recap. If you're not into the SmackDown, if you don't want to watch the recap, I advise you to do so because if there's ever been a Steven Larson unfiltered, it's close. It's
what it is.
Because we just drink and talk shit. It's fun.
Pretty much. Over on the Patreon, Thayer Thabata asked, would Larson snitch on Finn Balor? I mean, just don't go around like killing people, like murdering people in cold blood, and then you don't have to worry about anybody snitching on anybody.
Dodging the question.
RTG, what do y'all think the 2-5-20 thing is going to be?
Oh, yeah. We forgot to mention that.
Velveteen Dream's come back next week. Because apparently...
Okay, so it starts out with 5 lights.
Yeah.
And then 2 of them dissipate as 3 come together.
Yeah, the Velveteen Dream's those sunglasses he wears.
The 3 sunglasses. Okay. All right.
That's what I think.
Why would it start out with 5 then?
I don't know. Yeah. But I guess they did a different one on later on. It just had the 3.
They didn't want to make it too obvious by putting the 2 on and 1 on top.
Guess not.
I don't know. Maybe they're repackaging somebody. Maybe they're repackaging Bronson Reed. Maybe they're, I don't know.
I just saw with the three circles in that kind of pattern. I thought that was Velveteen Dream sunglasses.
Yeah, but I was trying to figure out why there'd be 5 in the first place. I don't know. Maybe Chad has some good ideas. Sometimes, like the Moxley one was so well done with the Death Rider stuff. How it was Mox spelled out, but all like in a weird different way. But it was really simple.
To make it look like a hourglass. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, but it was really simple just to flip it. It's like, oh, it's totally Mox. Totally. So I don't know. Sometimes it's right in front of you.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, if anybody in chat has any ideas what it could be, by all means, please share them.
Here in the Discord, apologies, Discord, I forgot to put the link there. Butts says, if Dakota and Tegan get a stipulation match at TakeOver, what kind of stipulation should it be? I say last man standing.
Death match.
It's like a Texas death match. Mm-hmm. That's good, too. Alex Foster, if you guys were managers, who would you try to recruit in NXT? Mainly lower card people.
I was going to say all the good people.
And Larson Enterprises. And Larson LLC.
Well, I mean, if we're just talking people who aren't on TV a ton.
Yeah.
Like Bronson Reed.
He's really good. That's easily number one.
I'd say Bronson Reed.
I mean, in kayfabe, you don't want to recruit Dexter Loomis because he's a freaking murderer, right? Man. You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
All sorts of legal issues with that.
Yeah, Bronson Reed would be tops on my list.
I'm trying to think in the women's division. Like, I'd probably approach Xia Li.
I would approach Tanara Conti. Oh, yeah. Because she's, like, her the way she's
been really good.
She's gotten pretty dang good in the ring.
She has been.
Trey Saunders says, is Killer Cross or Brian Cage? I mean, Killer Cross hasn't even talked to Triple H, so how can he show up in NXT yet?
See, that I don't believe. I think that he's going to go to, if the reports are true, he's going straight to Maine. Brian Cage, I think, is going to be injured for a while.
And he's probably going to go to AEW anyways. There's those reports that he had signed a contract, which if he's got a torn bicep, I'd be surprised. But
I would be, yeah. And on top of that, he had some like negative things to say. I think he was invited to a Performance Center tryout, and he was like not happy about it. He was like,
well, he wasn't in WWE developmental.
Yeah,
for a while.
He was like, you guys don't need. Yeah, it's full. He was like, you guys, I am what I am. You guys don't need me to come in and try out for you.
Yeah,
I think he said it was like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he's going to AEW.
Yeah.
Although I think he's also said that he's not going to decide until he's back from injury.
Yeah.
So maybe there'll be a bidding war for the guy.
Yeah.
Scarlett Bordeaux could be Scarlett Bordeaux.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah. I don't know.
Billy Gibson, we haven't seen the winners of the Dusty Classic turn on one another since Joe and Finn. No, like 2 years ago it happened. When Roderick Strong turned on Pete Dunne.
They didn't win the Dusty Classic, though.
The winners. Yeah, my apologies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a chance we see Riddle or Dunne turning on the other? No. I think this is the tag team division is pretty depleted right now. So short term, no. I don't think anybody's turning on anybody.
Long term, it feels like the natural thing to do. I don't know how long they're going to be a tag team for.
Yeah,
I'd be surprised if it went past a year.
Jake Mountford, with reports of Baszler going to the main roster, who'd you like to get that last win over her to cement themselves in NXT? Candice LeRae.
Dakota Kai. She's a heel now, and you'd get some story from back then, and then she get the heel, a little bit of heel rub there. But nope. I mean, honestly, the answer is nobody. I think they should just go to main.
She's going to teleport out.
Yeah.
Blake Esther, are they setting up the end of the Undisputed Prophecy to move Undisputed Era to Raw or SmackDown after Mania? I don't know. I don't think I'd feel totally confident saying that they're going to be going on to Raw or SmackDown. They might just be taking the belts off them because they got another story they want to tell.
I think there's a lot of stories you can tell with the Prophecy being over. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that one of the biggest stories is elevating Roderick Strong to a main event level. I think they can do that, and I think they should do that.
Andrew Jocelyn, will Keith Lee be the first guy to carry both the North American and NXT World title? And he asked, does Keith Lee take Nugenics?
No. How old is he? Because if he's
in his mid-30s.
Okay, once he hits 40, then that's when they advise you do it. I think that's like the demographic is people who are over 40.
Yeah.
Once you turn 40, your body shuts down on you, so you need eugenics.
I know.
That's the worst named product on the market.
It's really bad. Greg Morris, would Larson snitch out Suzuki for murder? What did I say? Just don't go around murdering people and you're fine.
You should have been a politician, man, with all your question dodging.
I'm not dodging the question.
So it's a yes, you're saying?
I'm saying if you don't go around murdering people, then you don't have to worry about it. Alex Foster and kayfabe, why is security in NXT so terrible? Most of the guards didn't even notice that the Undisputed Era was taking a nap on concrete. I mean, Joe said back in the day, Regal, get better security.
You got to get better security. Exactly. What was I going to do? I was going to look up some. I was going to look up Scarlet Border because there was a little bit of smoke with the ring, with the circles, with the two whatever it was, 2520, and so I was going to see if Scarlet Bordeaux.
Adrian C. Was it a mistake to break up Chelsea Green and Deonna Purrazzo? Both have looked pretty weak, minus the recent showings in the Raw debuts a while back. Or is this semi-long-term storytelling? Robert Stone sides Purrazzo and her and Green go on to dominate together.
There just doesn't seem to be much of a need for a tag division and a women's tag division in NXT because I don't think they're going to be doing anything in NXT with the titles. So no, I think that it was a smart move to break them up. Like if they're both going to be under Robert Stone brand, I think that's great.
Yeah.
But as a tag team, it just doesn't seem to make sense.
Dang MQ, if the murders happened during the Purge, then they can't be prosecuted for them, so there's no reason to turn them in.
Do people understand that the Purge is not a documentary?
Yeah, it's not a real thing.
Yeah. So she has been quiet about. She hasn't said anything about the 2/5/20. She tweeted 2 hours ago about Killer Cross. It was like a Sports Illustrated thing. And then like some love for some fan art 18 hours ago. 2 days ago, more Killer Cross stuff. So usually when you're quiet about something, it means it's going to happen.
Jonathan says, 2 former 205 champions. 225.
That's good. Yeah. That's good. Tony Nese and somebody else. I don't know. Arya Davari.
Well, Tony Nese was tagging with Mike Kanellis.
There you go.
So that could work.
There you go. Are there any other questions?
Maybe it should be called the 5 Lights.
The 5 Lights. Yeah, I know. I saw that. I was like, oh, are they pushing my podcast? They got too many lights there.
That's too many lights.
Yeah.
Too many lights.
How many lights do you see?
Too many lights.
Two. All right. Anyway, is that it?
I think so. That's all the questions.
All right. Let me go to Discord one more time. What is this? Jimmy Thomas. What do you feel about the North American title becoming the Hossweight title? I think it's great that if it's going to be like the worker title.
Yeah.
Like you're going to get a crazy good match.
But
they're all crazy good matches.
Yeah. I mean, in NXT, the bar is so high.
I know. Like, I don't know. I just think that it's like holy crap. You know, this is the mid-card title. These are the guys that you're going to be seeing potentially have the big title maybe one day, possibly.
It's like what the Intercontinental title used to be.
Right, yeah.
It's the workhorse title.
It fits perfectly
The
there.
work rate title.
Yeah, and it's not even necessarily, it's like for some people it's a stepping stone, but for other people it's just, hey, if you're a North American title, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I ever see Dominik Dijakovic as like NXT champion. I maybe see Damien Priest there, although something tells me he's going to go to main before that would happen, unless they just really want to try to keep NXT strong. Like I think Damien Priest is a big upside.
The pool of like name indie talent right now is pretty small.
Mm-hmm.
So there might not be a whole lot of movement.
Yeah.
For a
that's
couple
true.
Years.
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, that's why I don't see like Undisputed Era are so NXT. I'm not sure if I see them going to Raw or SmackDown unless there is something big coming the other way. We mentioned it a little while ago. If they send Adam Cole and those guys over to like Raw, then you gotta get like a Kevin Owens and a Samoa Joe back.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Anyways, thanks everybody for tuning in. We appreciate it. In about an hour, we will be going live with our AEW review, and we promise we'll have notifications on this one.
Yeah,
or at least we'll do our best to put notifications out for it. Let's try to get today's episode up to 680 likes.
Sure.
680 likes.
Sounds good.
Should have said that at the head of the show, but whatever. Anyways, thanks everybody for tuning in. We definitely appreciate it. Until next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.